Hello, friends. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Patty Bennett. I am so happy you're here today. We are going to make this treat box plus another one. I have kind of a funny story for you on this. So I am going to allow all of our live viewers to find the live feed. I do a weekly live every Friday at 11 a.m. Pacific time. Hello, Tammy, Marcy, Arlene, Diane. Hello, it says, and 11 other people. And Heather, welcome everybody. If you are watching live, then you have found me on Facebook. But if you're watching a replay on my blog or on YouTube, welcome. Please let me know that you're here. Hi, Donna, Vicky, Fern, Roxanne, Jennifer. Hello, everyone. So happy that you are with me today. I am having a great morning so far. How about everybody else? Everybody else having a good day? Let me know what you're up to. This is going to be really fun. I am excited to show this to you. So you might have seen this. I actually did a demonstrator presentation that featured this project. So some of you who are demonstrators could have already seen this. Hello from Vermont. Hello, Oregon. Hi, John, Linda, Deb. Yeah, fabulous Friday so far. Hi, Trina, Jennifer. How is everybody? Hi, Diana. I loved your project on demonstrator planning place, Diana. That was awesome. Thank you, everyone, for being here. So we are going to get started. Oh, good. Colleen's having a great day in Idaho as well. Oh, rainy northern Maine. Yes. Hey, Faith from Stockton. So glad you're here. Thanks, Margaret, for sharing. Awesome. Well, let's get started. I have another project I want to get through. Well, it's the same box, but it is a completely different sort of a take on it. I have to tell you this kind of funny story. So I woke up at 4:30 this morning thinking about my project, thinking about our live video together, and I came up with another idea using this box. And I thought, oh my gosh, I have to do that. And so I got up and I made myself a note so that I would remember. And then I came and got the supplies out and ready. So that's what we're going to make. It'll be similar, but it will be different today. So this little box is called the Delicate Details Treat Box. Let me just show you in the Stampin' Up! Catalog. It's on page 140, and it's right down here. And I think it's a great size. Do you see here on the side, you can kind of tell how much this box would hold. I think it's a really great size. Love it. And, oh, sorry, Bev, she doesn't like boxes. She only likes cards. Okay, well, you can always create this and put this on a card front. So I'm going to show you how to do that. I hope you're still with us, Bev. Anyway, the Delicate Details treat boxes come 8 in a pack, and it's $11.50, so a little over $1 a piece. And I want to show you how they come because this surprised me. I hope this fits even on, I don't even know if the whole thing's going to fit on screen, but this is how they come. So it's packaged with a 12 by 12 piece of heavy cardboard wrapped in a large cello envelope. So they're flat. And that kind of surprised me. I pulled this out of my box when I got my order and I was like, what is that? So just wanted to show you in case you get this and you're thinking, wait, whoa, I thought I was getting boxes. So you can see that they come flat and we're going to fold it up. But before we fold it up, I'm going to do some coloring on here because this is the idea I had in the middle of the night. So we will color on there. We're using Cottage Rose. This is a bundle in the Abigail Rose suite. Love these flowers, and I have used it here. You can see on this one. and then die cutting it out with the matching dies. So that will be something that we are using today. And you'll notice that it has yellow behind here. When you just pull it out of the box, see, it's I don't know if it's laser cut or die cut. I think in my blog post for tomorrow, I mentioned that it's die cut, but I don't know. I don't really know the difference between that process of laser cut or die cut. It does not say in the catalog. So anyway, whatever the method is that they cut, it's see-through, and you would see the contents of the box unless you put something inside. So I have a piece of Mango Melody cardstock in there. And I will show you as we fold this up that I had a couple of other ideas to put behind here. So that's what we're going to work on today. And oh yes, thank you, Carol. They are beautiful boxes, aren't they? They're lovely. I love them. All right. Oh no, it's not too late, Marcella. We just started. Welcome, welcome. So for anyone who's just joining in, this is Patty Bennett. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I have been one for almost 27 years. Today is live Friday, May 27th. This project and the one that we're going to make together will be on my blog tomorrow, May 28th. And that's easy to remember because tomorrow is my birthday. So that's an easy date for me to remember to tell you. Oh, my blog is pattystamps.com. I will link it in the description so you can find that. Hi, Linda and Dawn and Diane. Welcome. Hi, Pam. Welcome. So let's get going on creating this. Like I said, I did want to color on the box before I put it together. So if you want to do any coloring, whether it be one of our spritzers, you know how you can mix our re-inker and alcohol or water, and then you can spritz, so you could do it that way. You could do it with a sponge, with a dauber. What I'm going to do today is a blending brush. So I want to color these two pieces, which end up being the sides. So I want to show you what I'm going to do with it. And I haven't done this yet, so I'm hoping it turns out nice because this is what I thought of in the middle of the night. And I'm going to use a Post-it note to cover up any of the rest of this. I just want to color this part. And I am going to try Orchid Oasis and Starry Sky. Those are two new in colors, and blending brushes. That's what I'm going to use to color this, hopefully in a bit of an ombre effect. We'll see how this turns out. It does make me nervous to do, yeah, I know, Tracy, no pressure, she says. Kind of makes me nervous to do this without having tried it ahead of time, but I dreamed about it. It was beautiful in my dream, and I think we can do it. I want to show you something interesting. I was watching a presentation by Sarah Douglas, our CEO. It was for the trip achievers who did not get to go on the Caribbean cruise this year. It was canceled because of, you know, everything, like the world is canceled, right? This is what she did. She opened up her ink pad like this, and she used it as a little palette and a place to set her brush while she was working. And I thought, how brilliant, because I don't know about you, but how often have you been working, you've got ink on it, you set it down, you set it in the wrong place, or it rolls onto the floor. And I was like, okay, that is brilliant. So I'm going to try to remember to do that from now on. Leave the lid open, and I'm going to put my Orchid Oasis brush up here ready to use, and I've got my Starry Sky brush right there. Like, I know, Holly, isn't that a great idea? It's so brilliant. Oh, Tracy, thank you. She's reminding me it's only paper. I say that often, right? Thanks for the birthday wishes. You are sweet. So what I'm going to do is dab my brush into Starry Sky, and I did label them. I now have one for every color. I broke down and did that. And since this is a really bold color, I'm going to rub off gently on my scratch paper, and then I'm going to start here on my Post-it note and very gently add some Starry Sky ink here. The key to beautiful blending, which I have a really intensive, extensive, maybe is the word, live video that's now a recording on YouTube, and it has lots of tips for getting a very smoothly colored image or area with your blending brushes. The two keys are rubbing off any blob of ink first. The second key is holding it back here, and you're basically letting the weight of the brush head provide the pressure. When I first got blending brushes, I didn't know, and I would put my finger here and I would push down, and I would be like I'm scrubbing in the bathroom trying to clean something. That's not a good way to do it. You will get dark and light spots. It'll be hard to blend, and at least for me, I'm not happy with those results. So holding it back here, letting the weight of the head do the work, and just gently in circles adding your color. Okay, so there's your blending brush tip. Now I am going to grab Orchid Oasis. And these colors are very similar, but there's just a little bit of difference. Orchid Oasis has a little more purple. And I'm just going to kind of blend those and then come up towards the top here to give the rest of this some color. And you can see how it's giving me an ombre effect from dark to light. And you just keep letting the brush head give you color. And oh, good, Roxanne. I'm glad that was helpful. I will try my best. Actually, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to write myself a note right now over here on the side to link the blending brush video, and then you can watch that and you can have the other tips that I shared. Okay, so there we go. We have an ombre effect that's going to be beautiful on the side of our box, and I'm just going to repeat. So starting with Starry Sky. Oh, good. Debbie, I'm trying to read the comments while I'm doing this. Debbie is thanking me for that tip. Oh, I'll try to link to that. Yes, Gay, we're making a box, but I know I already lost some viewers because they said they didn't like boxes. You can add our focal point onto a card if you don't want to make a box, but we are making this box, but different. I was explaining at the beginning that I woke up at 4:30 with this idea, and so we're winging it here, and I hope that everybody enjoys it. I hope it turns out well. When I went back to sleep after that, I did have a dream that I completely messed it up, and that I decided I needed to add score lines to this, and I was scoring it, and I messed it up, and the whole thing did not fold together, and I was so upset, and all of you were so upset, and I was like, oh no. So I woke up in a little bit of a panic, but we're just all going to cross our fingers here that this one turns out nicely. Okay, so there we have it. We have an ombre effect on the two tabs that become our side panels. Just going to put these away because we are going to use them in a few minutes, but not right away. And I just don't want to set my hand or anything inside those. That would be disastrous. Okay, so let's fold up this box and put it together, and I want to show you some ideas I had for inside. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you. I'm glad that you like it. Thanks, Holly. Thanks. Oh, thank you, Gay. Thanks, Anne. Yes, okay, so to fold it up, super easy. You'll notice here that there is already tape on here, like our Terran tape, so that protective strip is already there, so you don't even have to purchase adhesive. So I'm just going to fold on all score lines, which I think is a good tip for any 3D, any box that you're making. Fold on all score lines. There aren't many, so it doesn't take long. I'm not even using a bone folder because this folds so super easily. And then we will take this strip off and take these two strips off. And then I just sort of did it one at a time. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to stick that strip on, then we're going to stick that strip on, and then the back too. So I just want to show you that that's how it's going to go together. Look how pretty. It's as pretty as I dreamed about. I think it's beautiful. I like this. All right, so let's take the little protective strips off. I personally like to just use an old pokey tool that I don't mind if it gets gunky and adhesive on it. It saves fingernails if you do that. Otherwise, you could use fingernails to pull these off. Thank you, Tammy. She says she loves this so much. That's so sweet. So now I'm pulling this up and I'm just lining up like that, and I'm just gonna kind of pinch that and attach it. I'll show you here. So see, I'm just lining that up. Okay, and then I'm just gonna attach, pinch that. And then I'm gonna bring this back side up. So you can see here that if you wanted to like add designer paper, stamp, use your blending brush, whatever, you're going to want to do that before you assemble it into a box shape, because it's going to be a lot more difficult to do that once it's into a box. Then you have choices about your box. You can just kind of leave it open. You can fold these side tabs down and attach them so that they just stay inside and they don't pop up. You can pop out these perforated dots and close this up like I did. Do you see where I've put some ribbon all the way through there and tied it up with a ribbon? So those are some choices. Then, like we were talking about, I slipped some Mango Melody cardstock. Yes, Gay. Sorry you missed. They're right here, page 140, Delicate Details Treat Boxes in our most recent Stampin' Up! Catalog that started this month. So I was mentioning that if you don't want to see through to the inside of the box and you don't want to see what's in there, you would want to slip something in here. So on this one, I have Mango Melody cardstock. And then I had thought about something like this, the Hues of Happiness paper, where you have an ombre of, well, not really, this isn't really ombre, but you have colors. And I thought it would be pretty to slip in there where you have lots of different colors. So can you see how we have the purples and the blues and the greens? So does that, I think it shows. I think that's really a pretty look. Or you could do cardstock, or this was my dream in the night, like I was telling you, I am going to use the ombre glimmer paper. Hello, do you think this will be gorgeous? I do. And if you want to write this down, the insert piece I found was easiest to cut 3 1/8 by 4 5/8. So if you cut that piece down to this size, it'll slip in nicely. The only thing we're going to have to do is to snip out or punch through those holes, because do you see on the inside that covers up the holes? So I'm going to cut this piece to that size, and we're going to see what this looks like. So 3 1/8. Oh, and you know what? I was just thinking, since this glimmer paper is 6 inches, if you did 3 1/8, you won't get to do another box with this. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to cut it at 3. And that way we could do a second box. And yes, I know possibly it may be a tiny bit short there, but I think that's better to get 2 out of here than to not be able to get 2. So I want to look at this and see. am I going to want to put the dark? Oh, look how dramatic. It's really dramatic with the dark and it matches this. Or do I want to use more of the lighter? Let's see. Actually, I think the light. I don't know. I'm kind of torn. I think here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to kind of go in between there. I'm going to cut at 4 5/8. So I'm going to cut a bit of the dark off, and then I'm going to use this. So it's not super, super dark at the bottom, but you do get the dark to the light, and it just completely mimics this side. Yes. Oh, that's so pretty. And you know what? That 3 inches across, it's fine. It's absolutely fine. I'm looking at it here, and like there's just a couple tiny little holes that don't have the glimmer behind it, but no one is going to notice that. So yeah, 3 inches would work. Totally work. All right. Oh, yes, Marcella is asking, everybody asks about this ruler. This is called a reverse self-adhesive ruler. It is on Amazon. You just type in reverse self-adhesive ruler, and reverse because, let me just grab a ruler. You know, most rulers count this way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? But you'll notice this is backwards, 2, 3, 4, like that. So that's why it's reverse. Okay, so make sure you write that in the description. And it's a big sticker. And I do that because you can see when you put your paper down, you have covered up these numbers. And just, I'm sorry, you know, for my brain, I need to see the numbers. So, I don't know. It's the one thing that I wish Stampin' Up! Would not have done. Or I wish they would have done. So that's what I do with that. So let's see. Was there another question? Oh, Jean likes light at the bottom. So before we glue this, let's look at that. What if we do the light at the bottom and dark at the top? Then it's opposite of that. I mean, that totally works too. I don't know that anyone is going to notice one way or the other. It can go either way, right? Oh, thank you. Oh, Carol says, I wish I had dreams like yours. I have to tell you, Carol, I've always joked with my family that I live, eat, breathe, dream, and sleep Stampin' Up. And I do. You know, after 27 years of being a demonstrator, I absolutely do. Everything I think about is going to be a blog post or a social media post. It's kind of crazy. So I think I'm going to do the dark at the bottom. You know, and it doesn't really matter. I just think it's going to be beautiful either way. So I'm only going to put just a tiny bit of adhesive. Like I'm going to do a couple of glue dots in here. Not a lot, just a couple. And stick this in. So let's do one there. As my friend Kirsten says, I'm sneak attacking them inside here. So I'm just going to put down like 3 glue dots. Slip this back in. Down to the bottom. And then I'm just going to press where I put those glue dots, and that's going to keep it in there. It's going to be fine. And I am going to put a glue dot under each flap and stick it down because I would like those to stay on the inside. I don't need them to be flapping around. So I'm just going to put my fingers in there and press those down like that. Now they are going to stay inside. Okay, so we still have to decorate. So let me show you what I had in mind with decorating. Oh, page 140, Marcy says. What did I miss? I must have missed a question. Oh, Mary didn't see them in the catalog. Yep, I'll show you that again. Page 140. This is the page where we have all of our box or 3D type items, boxes and bags. And this one is the Delicate Details treat box. Yes, thank you, Marcy, for helping with that. All right, let's see. Any other questions before I do the decorating? Oh, thank you. Tina likes the dark at the bottom. Oh, Diana does too. Awesome. Yes, thank you. I'm glad you're liking this. I am so glad you're enjoying this. Okay, so let's decorate. I'm going to do something similar to this. You may have seen this idea. I want to show you this project. This was a video I did with this Cottage Rose bundle. It wasn't a live. It was just a pre-recorded video that's on my YouTube channel and on my blog at pattystamps.com. And I gave you tips about how to color this main image. But I'm going to repeat it here because I know not everybody catches every video. So this was a really cool fun fold. And this one, it was, what, a week ago, a week and a half ago on my YouTube channel and my blog. And it uses the same suite, but you can see I'm going in a different direction here with the Starry Sky and the Orchid Oasis. So get my grid paper back here and my stamp set, because I already stamped one just to save that little bit of time. And we are using masking paper. I think, yes, here's my masking paper piece. I want to show you this. So I stamped on the Stampin' Up! Masking paper 2 times. And on this one, I have cut around the flower. So you can see I have basically that piece. We are going to use it to cover up the leaves. Because I want to color my flower to match this, but I don't want it to get on top of the leaves because I'm going to make my leaves green. So I see some hearts going. Oop. See, I forgot that trick again. I'm going to do that trick. I like this trick. Thank you, Sarah. It's like the best trick. Not trick, tip. It's a tip. It's not a trick, right? So we are going to start with Orchid Oasis. I'm going to load up my brush with color. And I'll just say, for those of you wondering, or if you've asked before, no, I do not clean my brushes. They actually work better if you don't clean them. If you keep adding ink, they actually work better. So I used to have a set of 25. Remember, I had like one for reds, one for yellows, one for greens, etc. And then a couple weeks ago, I just decided, you know what? I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to do one for every color. And so I have them labeled now, and that's what I do. So we're going to get some ink off just so we don't have a blob. And I'm going, this is the Orchid Oasis. I'm just going to add some color starting at the bottom, going towards the top, and I'm trying to leave some white up here. That's my goal. So you can see if I had not covered the leaves right now would be getting Orchid Oasis on them. So that's why I used the masking paper and covered it up. I'm going to hold this up so you can see what a beautiful, soft look that is. There's no blobs of ink. There's no, I mean, it just, doesn't it just blend perfectly? So if you use those tips that I showed you, take your ink off first, a harsh blob, and then just lightly let the brush head do all the work. Don't push here. Just swirl and swirl and swirl. You are just going to get the most beautiful, soft effect. I am adding some Starry Sky now. See how dark that is? If I would have started right on my project, I would have like obliterated that, right? So I am going to start now in the center, lightly, very lightly. You can always add color. You can't take it away. I'm going in the center And I'm getting a little bit bigger and bigger with my circles. And there we go. That's all I want. I want that center a little darker, and then it softens as it goes to the edge. What do you think? Do you like that? So easy, right? It's just beautiful. And then, of course, it's magic when you pull off the masking paper. Anytime you do any kind of masking, it's absolute magic when you pull off the paper and you see that that did not get color on it. And we're going to use Parakeet Party Stampin' Blends. And I am not taking a ton of time on this. I just really want to get some color on there. This is the dark, right kind of in the center of those veins. And then with the light, I'm just going to blend that out just very lightly. It doesn't have to be complicated. You don't have to spend a lot of time thinking about, oh, where's my light source? Where is it dark? How much should I color? It's just a simple project. There we go. Isn't that pretty? And I'm going to add some green on these stems. I know I talked about this before. I honestly don't know what those little flowers are. There's some kind of like little filler, right? Like status maybe. Did somebody say? Baby's breath. So I can't remember. Somebody said something that made sense, and I can't remember. And since they are little stippled images, that's what I'm doing. Just little stipply dots, and that was with some of the Oasis and the Starry Sky. Okay, so there's our simple image. Thank you. Thank you for the baby's breath. Yeah, probably Roxanne. I think somebody said something else last time and it made sense. And now I wish I would have remembered. Wish I would have remembered what somebody said last time. Thank you, Gay. Thanks for the birthday wishes. So talk amongst yourselves for just a moment. I am going to turn around and die cut this so that we can put it on our project. I'll show you this tip also. Just want to show you this tip. When I get my die out and I am ready to go die cut, even if I use the magnetic plate, I use one of these little like Post-it tab, or you can use Post-it tape or a Post-it note. I get it lined up and I tape it down with a little Post-it tab. And that way, as I'm getting it situated in the machine, like I said, even if I use the magnetic plate, I like to make sure it's where I want it. So just going to cut this real quick. And there we go. Isn't that so pretty? And we're going to, oh my gosh, look how gorgeous. Isn't that amazing with that glimmer paper, in color glimmer paper insert and the blue that matches this? I think this is going to be fantastic. And what I thought about for this one, I want to make it just a little bit different. I was thinking about this die cut. Oh, and let me look and find out what die set that's from, because I don't have it memorized yet. I was thinking about something like that. So do you see here, this one is, where did I put that? I got it out to show you here. It's the Decal rectangles. I think it was the second or third largest that I die cut for that. But I was thinking about this little tag. Let me find that one for you. One of you might have already found it. I wonder if one of you already typed it. Let's see. It is called Designer Tags, and it's that one right there. I die cut some of those in white to use, and I think it's really pretty. You don't really get all that detail in this picture, but look, it has all that cute stitching and this cute little decorative top. I really like that. So designer tags, that's what this one is. Hi, Anne, no problem. I'm almost done with this, but you're welcome to hang out and watch, and I will be done soon, and then you can watch the replay. And I hadn't used this set yet, and I was thinking of this happy birthday greeting on that tag. What do you think? I think that would be nice. It's just kind of understated. Is that a good word? I think that's a good word. It's kind of understated. And I think it would be pretty on this tag. Oh, sorry. Oh my goodness. I hope I didn't move the whole world there. So let's do, I think I'll do Orchid Oasis. Thanks, Deborah. It is a beautiful tag, isn't it? I always like to just stamp a brand new stamp on scratch paper just to make sure. Sometimes there could be like a little defect or, yeah, it looks fine. You just never know, right? So I thought maybe just happy birthday right there. And then, oh, look what I just did. I just slipped and I just put my finger in the whole ink pad. Yikes. Oh my gosh. The tag, Holly, is from Designer Tags, page 170. Oh my gosh. Yikes. Okay, so that's what I was thinking, is to have that tucked under there like that. What do you think? I think that would be pretty. And isn't it? It's so nice. It's different, but it's a similar design, but a different look. I think it's beautiful. I think it's really pretty. Okay, let's do that. So I am going to use my favorite. Oh, Anne says I'm not the first one to do that. I have a piece of foam sheet here. It's my favorite thing to use. And I'm going to put that on the back. And I'm going to stick that down first, like that, at an angle. And then I can kind of eyeball here. I'm going to need foam sheet over here, but I don't need another piece there. Yeah, I think so. So I think that'll be too tall. So we'll cut that down. And these are just like old Teflon scissors that I use for my foam sheets. All right, about, no, that I don't like that angle. I have to kind of look at it here. My purple finger is throwing me off. That's so crazy. And then I thought, lastly, we should use, and look, I haven't even used this yet. This is the Orchid Oasis. Let me get this open. I don't know. Do these things frustrate anybody else? These little plastic wrappers? Okay. So look how pretty that will be on there. Won't that be perfect? So I thought what I would do, because, you know, I haven't filled this with anything yet. I'm going to double this up. I'm just going to guess. I think that'll probably be a good amount. And I thought I would just slip it through here and tie the bow, and then I can still fill it up. Oh, thank you. Marcy's answering a question, and I don't know what the question was. I should go back and catch up. So I like doing a double bow when we have this thinner ribbon. It just, to me, gives it a little more substance. And I think it's really pretty with, you know, the extra loops there. And then snip this off. Twist that into place there. Yep, that's pretty. Isn't that beautiful? Ooh, I likey, likey, likey. Okay. So there we have it. We have two different yet similar projects, and they have the same like layout, the same feel, but we have our purpley blue ombre here with the, oh look, I put that finger in too. I'm just really colorful today. So we have the colored side on this one, and then the same colors on the flower, and repeating that look with the ribbon and the stamped. Yep, I think it's beautiful. What do you think? Do you like it? Do you like that? Oh, I know. Last thing. Wait. I got out both the iridescent rhinestones and the iridescent pearls. Now, I did use iridescent pearls over here. I actually think that would be beautiful. I think this has like too much pink and yellow for this project. It probably would have been awesome on this project, but I think I'll do that. So let's do some iridescent pearls. Thanks, Mary. Thanks, Holly. Thank you, Pat. You are also sweet. If you love this project, Facebook and YouTube love it when you give me hearts and comments, and it lets them and me know that you are enjoying the presentation, that you've learned something, that you like the project. So I always appreciate it. Mary says, I need a scrubby from Amazon. Works to clean my hands. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Donna likes the blue. Thanks, Anne. Gay likes them both. Holly loves the pearls. Oh, awesome. Thank you. In color dots. That would have been pretty. Yep, the in color dots would have been beautiful on here. I should have read your comment earlier, Diana. I'm sorry I missed that, but that would have been lovely. Oh, are you asking about the, let me grab a package. The foam adhesive sheets. So from Stampin' Up, foam adhesive sheets. I buy many, many packs at a time because I use these all the time. 152815. And if you don't have a demonstrator, you can go over to pattystamps.com to place orders. You can click on the order online. So 152815 foam adhesive sheets. So a full sheet, well, I already cut into that one, but they look like this. They're the same width as dimensionals, and I just cut them down to use the size that I need. I like that better than picking off lots of dimensional backings. It's just my preference. All right, I'm going to just prop these up a little bit here so you can see. And I'm going to scroll back and see if there were questions. Let's see. Thank you. Thank you. You are enjoying this. I'm so glad you like this. Okay, I think. Exactly. Thank you. Kimberly has a great point. Kimberly had a great point last time also. She was saying that you could, let me just grab one of these. They are buried now, but let me grab it. She was saying you could cut this off and use it as a card front, and then basically like recreate, right, where you have your focal point and whatnot, and you could just use this on a card front, and you could experiment with so many different colors. Like, let's just see, look how gorgeous it would look with Parakeet Party behind it. That's actually the back. Let's look at the front. I think these are laser cut because I was just looking at the back and it has like a very slight brownish tint, and I think that's what happens when the laser cuts it. So I think these are laser cut, We were talking about that at the beginning. So look how pretty it would be with a parakeet party. I mean, any color or any ombre sort of effect would just be gorgeous behind there. Let's see. Okay, Barbara can't decide. Thank you. I'm glad you like them. Thanks, Gay. Oh, good. Diana says she's putting these boxes on her wish list. Yes, Linda, it would have been beautiful to do the ombre on the back as well. I also do kind of like this contrast with the color and the white. So that's an option, totally up to you. And I just have to say, I'm glad that my dream worked out. I'm glad that this turned out exactly, it actually turned out prettier than in my dream. Oh, you're welcome, Deb. So glad you've enjoyed it. All right. Any other questions that I missed that you would like to ask while I'm still here? Where did I get the plastic bag for the tags? Oh, so these are actually like baseball card protectors, I guess they're called. So when I die cut, or when my die cutting fairy die cuts a bunch of items for me, I keep all of the same in these, and I love these little things. So you can just find on Amazon, look up baseball card protectors, and that's what I like to use. If you had a small cello bag, that would work. But I like the sturdiness, because I tend to rip the cello bags. So I like the sturdiness of that. Great idea. Great question. All right. Oh, and the plastic sleeves for embellishments. Yeah, I have a whole video on this. These are called passport protectors. They're from Avery. Excuse me, I'm going to reach around and grab one of the unopened packages so you can see. So I have a whole video on all of these organizing tips that I did a couple months ago. And it's 4x6 vinyl envelope. It holds a passport. It's from Avery. 74806 is the number. If you just type that in on Amazon or like staples.com or wherever you like to get your supplies, you'll find that. And then I use my labeler to label them in nice big letters, because my old eyeballs don't always pick up that little print. So I like my nice big, my nice big font. Thank you, Lenny. Thanks, Marcella. Brandy says, keep dreaming, Patty. We benefit from your dreams. That's cute. I love that. Don't worry. I every night I have a dream about something. Oh my goodness. And usually multiples. It's crazy. All right. So if you're looking for photos of these to pin to your Pinterest board, tomorrow, May 28th, these will be on my blog, and all of the shopping links are on my blog today. If you wanted to hop over there, if you need to place an order, you can just click the link and order these supplies right now. And if you want to wait till tomorrow and look at the finished projects, you can do that. So pattystamps.com. And thanks, Barbara. Yeah, so tomorrow is my birthday, like I mentioned, and I am spending the day with my Love to Stamp group. Those are the demonstrators on my team. We are having an all-day birthday bash event, and we are making 12 projects. We are having speakers who are giving us business tips and stamping tips, and we are just going to have an awesome day together. So that's how I'm spending my birthday. And by the way, I'll just quickly mention, if you're not a demonstrator and you don't have a demonstrator, you might want to consider the current special. You get lots of in-color products, including those 2 colors that I used with the blending brushes. You get those ink pads free, and you get lots of other supplies free right now through Tuesday, May 31st. All right. Oh, thank you. Yes, it will be a fun day. It will be great. Thank you, everybody. I will see you next week. We'll have another live, and I hope that you'll enjoy whatever it is I figure out that we're doing next week. I'm not sure. And I hope you have a wonderful weekend. If you have Monday off, enjoy your long weekend. And I will see you all next week. Thanks again. Bye-bye.